This is the Galena Schoolhouse. It was built in 1882. Galena is a silver mining town near Deadwood. This was state-of-the-art in 1882 when they built it. It was used until 1947. My grandmother went here and my mom went here for a brief time. So that's what you want in 1882 if you want a rural, state-of-the-art school. One room, which I'll show you a picture of here. One teacher, first grade through sixth grade. Had a wood stove, and that's what you did. That was it. So now Rapid City, February 25th, 2020, has a bond election for schools in Rapid City to come up to speed from 60-year-old schools that they have now. It's got to be done. Every once in a while you just move on from what you've done in the past. I went to school in Rapid City, Wilson School, and then South Middle School in the 1960s. I'm very grateful for the city for giving me a great education, and I hope that we'll be able to do that for future generations as well. I don't have any kids. I'm a homeowner and I want to pay for better schools in our community. So I want to vote yes on February 25th, and I hope you do too. I'll show you some more here. Okay, so this is Robbinsdale School. I took the tour about 2 Saturdays ago. I think it's as old as I am, this building, and it shows because, like, for instance, the heating system is radiators, water radiators, and that's from the 50s, 60s, something like that. We had that in 1960s in Canada, and even in the winter I had to have my window open a little cracked because you couldn't regulate the temperature correctly with that kind of a system. So that's one thing that's bad. You got huge cracks in the walls here, which shows settling of the foundation. So the foundation is no good anymore. Room sizes are 600 square feet, where comparatively normal sizes today are like 900 square feet. So there's a big difference between what it should be and what it is now because of the building. So education matters where you are. And that's what we're going to try to do with the school bond, is get it so we have better schools for our kids. This is South Middle School. This is where I went to school in the 60s. It was built in the 50s. So I was actually in a modern school. This also has the radiator heating. It has floor problems. A lot of just stuff from being an old building. Again, the room sizes are smaller than the current way it should be, and different things like that. So again, this is another place that's got to be, it's dilapidated. It's not something that you can refurbish, it's something that should be replaced. So this is Corral Elementary School, and connected to it over here is Southwest Middle School. These were built in like '98, I think it was. I wasn't here then, but anyway, this is where they took us after Robbinsdale and South Middle School to show the difference between like a modern school to the old style schools. The class sizes here are 900 square feet compared to 600 square feet in Robbinsdale. And the heating system is forced air, like you would hope. The carpeting is squares that are replaceable, so you just pick them up, put them down. You know, all these kind of good things. There's space for the technology, like computers, the wiring for the computers and stuff. Libraries is really nice and big and airy. All kinds of improvements that you can have when you have a better school building. And that's why they brought us over here. Also, safety is a concern nowadays, and these buildings have intercoms where you call in, double doors. The safety of these schools is better as well as the ones built in the 50s and 60s. So there's a lot to consider when you're going to decide to build new buildings. And when you do build new buildings, they last for like 50, 60 years, like the ones I went to here in Rapid City. I went to Wilson School and South Middle School, and then we moved to Canada after that. So I didn't go to high school here. I forgot to mention that there's an outhouse, a two-hole outhouse here. So it's state-of-the-art, like I said. don't forget, there's tours the city is giving, so you look up that online, and definitely take the tour if you can of the buildings. I went to, as you saw, I went to Robbinsdale South and Southwest Middle School, and then Corral. That's very much worth seeing that and having the people who are there all the time tell you what's going on. So I hope we can move on like these people moved on, and like my community moved on in Rapid City. They gave me great schools to work in and learn in, and I hope that we can continue that as the city grows and as new people come in for all of our students. Thank you.